Hello friends, long time no see. So my last live I was on an island and now I'm home. So when you pop on and say hello, let me know where you're watching from. I'm going to go ahead and leave the shopping link right here in the comments so you can check out everything I'm going to share right here. Go ahead and pin that there. And we'll wait for just a few minutes and we'll get started. So let me know when you're here. Hi Lauren, hi Danielle. So we're gonna do some Flawless foundation with the brand new Serum Plus foundation, which I've been loving this coverage, you guys. It is so flawless. I have been like so blown away at just like the longevity of it, like how good it looks hours and hours and hours later. So when we came home from Catalina, it was like a 3-hour travel day with like ferries and car rides and all of that. And then we also had to wear like a mask on the ferry, and the ferry was about an hour and 20 minutes long-ish, give or take. And typically when I wear a mask that long, my makeup like will totally like come off like all over my nose, all of my chin. And with this foundation, it actually didn't like at all. So I was super, super impressed with, again, just how good it looks all day long. But then just like how like you don't have to touch it up at all. It's so awesome. Hi Tessa, hi Tanya, hi Joanne, hi guys, thanks for being here. So a key part to this amazing coverage is shaking it up. So you definitely want to make sure that you shake it up super well, because that's really going to help with the overall coverage of it. And then something else that you want to make sure to do is that you're using primer. If you're not using the primer, the foundation isn't going to set as smooth on your skin as it should. So primer is a must-have. Typically I always say like it's a crime not to prime, and I kind of like I breeze over the situation, but with this foundation, you have to have the primer, okay? It's like a must. So on my skin right now, I have on 3 products. The first product I always do is my eye cream. I do my Unique eye cream AM and PM every single day. It heals fine lines, it heals dark circles, and it overall gives your under eye like a really firming effect. So if you struggle with like under eye puffiness, that is going to be a really, really big help. So making sure that you're using your Unique eye cream is a must have. So the other 2 products that I have on are these. So after my eye cream has settled on my skin for like, I don't know, like 5 minutes or so, I then will go in with the setting spray. So I do my Touch Bold setting spray all over my face and I fully let it dry, and then fully let it dry. Okay, I'm going to press that into your brains. And then I apply a dime-sized amount of the Mattifying Face Primer. Mattifying Face Primer is going to be super important because it's going to take away that, like the high gloss of your skin. So it's going to mattify your skin. It's going to blur fine lines and blur pores, which this is also, the foundation also blurs fine lines and pores. So when you have these 2 together, I joke around like my pores have like literally disappeared, and that's this combination. So making sure that you're doing your primer is so important. Yes, whatever color you are in the stick or the spray, you'll be in the new liquid foundation. Yes. So if you wear lace, you'll be lace. If you wear satin, you'll be satin. So after I've applied a dime-sized amount of my mattifying face primer, then I go with my setting spray again. So I spray all over my face one more time over the primer, and that is going to like set the primer. So you set your skin, you blur your fine lines, creases, and pores, and give like an even surface for your makeup to sit on top of. Then you're going to set the primer. So setting spray, primer, setting spray. Let it fully dry. So your skin should look like this. It should look like you have nothing on your skin, in fact. Then you're going to go in with your your foundation. I would recommend to apply it with this. This is called the Kabuki brush. So this is going to be the best way to apply the foundation. Can you use the eye cream for sensitive skin? Absolutely. It has peptides and caffeine infused in it. It doesn't give you like a stinging, tingling effect whatsoever. It's extremely gentle on the skin, and it's extremely healing for especially dark circles. Thank you. Love our skincare. If you need a skincare recommendation, because I always say as good as your skin looks, that's how good your makeup's going to look. So the better your skin looks, better your makeup's going to look. So if you need a skincare recommendation, just comment below and say skincare with your skincare type. So if you have oily skin, say skincare oily skin. If you have combination skin, say skincare combination. If you have dry skin, skincare dry skin. Okay? And I'll email you, or I'll message you back a full recommendation. Okay, so now let's go ahead and go in with our foundation. So we're going to use in the shade Eyelet today. I can wear the shades Lace, Taffeta, and Eyelet. It just depends on the undertones of them for like setting with a pressed powder. But for today, we're going to use the shade Eyelet. I should get my other shades in stock today. I ordered them. So hopefully those come today so I can do a live using another color tomorrow and show you guys the difference on the shades. And then I also ordered a shade from my mom, so mom, if you're watching, to have her come over and I will do her makeup using the new foundation to show you just how phenomenal this coverage is on all ages. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and as you see, I'm kind of like bouncing this off my skin. This is my preferred way of applying it. I don't like to smoosh it because I feel like you get better coverage when you're kind of tapping this on. I will go over it with my blending buds to make sure everything looks really smooth so it doesn't look like I have any like brush strokes or missing areas that really need to be fine-tuned. But I do want to show you. So here is about 2-ish drops. I don't actually like do drop. I just kind of press and hold and it kind of streams out a little bit, but you can use like the whole dropper filled, or you can do what I did and just kind of like barely, as you see in my hand, barely tap it on. And so that's like 2-ish drops on my skin. I've only done one side. Click that heart or the thumbs up down here if you see the difference in the coverage. Is that not incredible how fast it takes away redness, how fast it evens out your complexion? And it looks like super soft coverage. I do moisturizer, then powder, and setting spray, then primer. Is that the wrong way? You put powder on and then primer? I mean, if your skin looks great with makeup on and you like that, then I say stick with it. But I would not do the powder. I would do primer. I would do setting spray, primer, setting spray. You do your moisturizer before. So you do, for example, you do like rose water or moisturizer, eye cream, setting spray, primer, setting spray. But feel free to message me if you guys have any other questions. If you're like, I'm not sure I'm doing this right, just message me and I'm so happy to help you. So if you're not sure how to message me, click on my face, a description window pops down and you're going to see my name, Rhea Hope. Then that's going to take you to my Facebook page, Rhea Hope, and you'll see an option to be able to message me there. So feel free to message me if you guys have any questions or if you need help being color matched. If you're like, I want to try this coverage, I don't know what color I am. Send me a selfie facing the window. All right, so now let's do the other side of our face so we stop looking so weird. So again, just bounce, bounce, bounce. I did say in my last couple lives too, I was having like a little breakout along my cheek. And typically when that happens, I'll not only do my foundation, but I'll also go like over it with concealer. And with this foundation, the coverage was so phenomenal. I didn't feel like I had to layer my concealer over my foundation in that area, which was really, really cool. So I know some of you guys aren't fans of concealer whatsoever. I feel like this foundation, you don't necessarily have to have concealer if you had really like nice looking under eyes. If you didn't have any like dark circles or dark patches or anything like that, I feel like you could get away with just wearing your foundation. So if you were, I know I have a lot of people that just are looking for like the bare minimum when it comes to foundation or coverage, that is, this is the makeup for you. Plus, how long this is going to last you is going to be incredible. I set my, not timer, but like I wrote down the start of the date that I use this, and I'm going to use it until it's gone so I can give you I use it this many times a week and this is how long it lasts me. But I think it's going to last, because I've been doing this for 5.5 years. I typically can figure out like how long a product will last based on how much you're using it. And with wearing makeup 5 days a week, I feel like this is going to last you around 10 months, which is a long time for foundation, using it that often. No, it's not heavy whatsoever. It doesn't feel like I have anything on my face at all. And it sets so beautifully. And when I say set, I mean like when you first put it on, you're like, okay, my face feels like I have something on it. Not wet, not damp, but just something on it. Give it a few minutes. Like this side of my face feels like I have nothing on my face. It's a trip. It's such a cool coverage. So again, I applied it with the Kabuki brush. And now I have been liking going over my foundation with just a little bit of my blending bud. So kind of used a lot. Oops. We're going to go in with the blending bud. And I'm just going to, I applied just a little bit more of it just so I can like move it around with the blending bud. So these are damp, so you want to make sure you wring them underneath the water before you use them. And now I'm just kind of bouncing this off my skin. What this is going to do is it's going to make sure everything is like compressed really nicely down, so nothing's like moving around or have fine lines or anything like that all over. So we're just going to bounce this off our skin. Make sure everything looks super, super smooth, especially like around my eye area. I feel like I really need to make sure all of that looks really smooth, so nothing looks too patchy or heavy or anything like that. Plus, the moisture from the blending buds being damp adds a little bit of moisture into your foundation too, which is always a good thing. All right, so now that we have our foundation fully on, again, comment color match down below if you need to be color matched for this foundation. And also, fun fact, if you haven't seen this month, everything's on sale as far as the face goes. So if you've been loving this coverage and been wanting to try it, but just kind of been waiting to know when to get it, now's the time. It's such a good bundle this month. So with the September special, you get the foundation, any foundation. So if you're like, I don't want that new foundation, I like the stick, you can get the stick. You can get any foundation, you can get any concealer shade, which I'm using the shade Lace in my Skin Solution Concealer. This is the concealer that has that caffeine, has the caffeine infused in it. So it's going to be extremely firming for your under eye, meaning that if you have a lot of loss of elasticity or puffiness on the under eye, this is a great concealer for you. Also, it's super opaque, meaning you can't see through it like at all. So if you have very severe dark circles or dark patches or anything like that, you're really gonna love this concealer. And I love how just bright it makes my under eyes. So you get any foundation, you get any concealer, you get any setting product, so setting spray or setting powder, and you get any primer. So hydrating face primer, mattifying face primer, any of these. So you're going to do setting spray, primer, setting spray, foundation, concealer. You get all of these in the September special. So, yeah, and that's totally fine if you want to not wear primer with BB cream. With this foundation particularly though, I would make sure you're wearing your primer. If you are lace and foundation, I would do the shade Organza in your concealer. Nope, it doesn't feel heavy and doesn't crease, which is just like a testament. So if it looks like I'm wearing a lot of foundation, it should crease and it should look heavy. So the fact that it doesn't is like really cool. Okay, so now that we've used our foundation concealer, now we're going to set it. So we're going to use our Touch Behold setting powder. I personally love using this to set my makeup because I have naturally prone oily skin. But if you are dry skin or normal skin, you could skip this step. So I'm going to take my Touch Behold setting powder. I'm going to use, I use it like a baking technique is what it's called, which is essentially just using a lot of powder. And it is used to absorb any oils. I also spray it with my setting spray to get it to be a little bit moist. So instead of it just being like a dry powder, it kind of has like a moisture to it, which helps to settle into your makeup really well. Now this is also a really good trick or tool if you have blemishes. It also is going to help to shrink pores and shrink the appearance of a blemish as well. So, excuse me, another really great tool to use in those circumstances. So I'm just going to use a fan brush now from Unique and just sweep away any excess. So we're left with like a very fine layer of setting powder on our skin. And that's totally okay, Alicia. So if you have tried baking and it's not for you, you can set your makeup this way I'm going to show you guys next. Or what you could do too is that you could use it in a different way. So if you watch the tutorials I do on my mom, I actually use the other way to set her makeup. So for her, I use this product right here, which is called the Prime to Set powder. And I'll use a brush similar to this. So I'll tap in the setting powder and I'll just tap on those areas to set that product. So that's another way that you can set your makeup. There's lots of options according to what your skin type is. So just message me here on Facebook so I can give you a recommendation that's perfect for you. No, organza is lighter than lace. I know on the website it says lace then organza, but it's actually a lighter shade because it has pink undertones in it. Lace is more of a neutral with slight gold undertones. So in person, organza is lighter. which is a prime example of making sure that you're messaging me and getting color matched. Because if you're going off of how the shades are listed on the website, they're listed according to like undertones, not so much brightness and darkness. It's the way that beauty industries do their colors on their websites. Tarte is the same way, Ulta is the same way. So super important to, one, look at the swatch photo that's usually attached, and two, send me a selfie facing a window. All right, so now we're going to use our pressed powder. So as I said, if you have tried a baking technique and you weren't thrilled on it or just didn't settle right onto your skin, totally fine. What I really like is using this. So this is the pressed powder, and we're going to use it in the shade Taffeta. And I'm going to use it on a big giant kabuki brush. So you can actually set the foundation with this, and you'd also get like a really nice even complexion, like a porcelain doll finish with this product. The pressed powder is super, super great because it has shea butter infused in it. So it's actually going to be very hydrating, very like silky smooth. In comparison to the two sides, you can instantly see just like an overall softness to this side of my skin versus that side. Isn't that crazy? A little bit of pressed powder makes a big difference. Okay, so now we're going to pop this on all over the other side. And I like applying it with the big kabuki brush because it really limits the amount of product that's going on and applies it very evenly, like broadly, instead of like compactly with like a sponge. And then when you are doing it with like a sponge, that's typically when you start to see like cakiness or heaviness. It's just like not an inappropriate way of applying, but just like a wrong way of applying it. Yes, yeah, the Prime to Set powder has a water releasing technology in it, so that's what that cool feeling is. It almost feels wet, but it's not. It's a trip. Okay, so the eyeliner, yes, you have to sharpen the eyeliners and the lip liners. I do like the shade Eyelet. I feel like Eyelet is a little bit darker than the shade Lace, but the shade Taffeta, but in a different undertone way. The big brush is not from Unique. I'll go ahead and give you guys the link in the comments. Hello from Greece. Very cool. You'll also be Tulle in the new foundation. Oh, the pressed powder, I use it alone on quick days. Totally. I love the pressed powder by itself too. I've used your makeup tips since I started watching you. My makeup looks amazing. Oh, I love that. Perfect. Yeah. Eyelet would be good with a tan for sure. Jax, top of my face, a window is going to pop down right up here, and you're going to see my name, Rhea Hope. If you click on my name, Rhea Hope, it will take you away from my live, and it's going to actually take you to my Facebook page, and you can see me, a way to message me there. Also, I tend to message all of you guys who have a question or need any personalized help. I message you here on Facebook myself. So make sure to check your requested folder, because if we've never like talked on Facebook before, my message is actually going to go into like a spam or a requested folder in your inbox. So make sure to check that out. And if you're not sure how to find that, Google has like a good step, go to this, then click that, then click this, on how to find your requested folder. So make sure to look up that if you are still having trouble. So the Prime to Set powder looks half full because it actually has to have this room so it doesn't activate. If it's kind of pressed to the top, it would create moisture because it does have that water releasing technology in it, and that's when you'd start to see like mold form, which is a common issue with these type of products in, again, the beauty industry, but Unique has actually figured out a way around that. You will actually, despite how small this looks, you will use this product for forever. You need the tiniest amount. You will not bake with this. This is not a baking product. You would use it with a brush similar to this, the Tapered blusher brush, or you could use a setting powder brush, or in my preference, a little tapered brush like this. You can get this one at Walmart, and you'll use a brush similar to that. Okay, so now for contour. We're going to do the beachfront bronzer, and I'm going to take the Tapered blusher brush. So then you're going to go from the top of the ear towards the corner of the mouth. And I always just kind of swish back and forth towards that corner. You want to stop about 2 finger lengths away from your mouth and 2 finger lengths away from your jawline. So where you want to pop it. Hello from Iowa. All right, so same thing over here. And then you're going to switch the brush and swirl like so. Yes, exactly. You guys are so educated. I love it. All right, and then around the jawline. So what contouring does, because I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, I don't contour. I'm not contouring. I don't want to contour. The reason why you do it perfect example of my forehead. So here's before. I'm going to contour one side, which is going to be difficult because I always usually do both. First, the other. This side of my face is going to look so warm. It's going to look smaller, thinner, versus this side that looks a little more like washed out, a little more bland. It really, love it. It really does do so much for the overall how your makeup matches and how it looks on your skin. So even if you're not like a huge contour fan, it still will make a big difference in a good way on just the overall appearance of your skin. Okay, so squeezing the brush, we're going to run it down the sides of our nose, underneath. You could do below your lip to give it more of like that pouty look, just like that. But if you're looking for like, okay, I want to contour, but I want it to be like not hard, this brush, get this brush. This is called the Tapered blusher brush. It's underneath tools. It's actually an option in the Flawless 4 Plus, which if you haven't seen, you can actually upgrade your special, so you can get the upgraded one, which is even bigger savings, and you get any brush, any primer, any setting spray or setting product, any foundation, any concealer, 1, 2, 3, 4, and any pressed powder or other foundation. So you could get the pressed powder, you could get the stick foundation in place of this. So you get all of these things in that upgraded Flawless 4 Plus. So personally, that's what I would recommend to get because that's the biggest savings. Everything still has a love it guarantee, so if you don't love anything for any reason, you can always return it for your money back. If you need help picking out your colors, if you're not sure what color you are, just comment color match down below. Aw, thank you. Okay, so now we're going to use one of my favorite blushes, which is the shade Surreal. I love this color because it has these really pretty mauve-y tones to it, so it gives you that really gorgeous, like, luminized look to your cheek without giving it, like, too much, like, clown. You know what I mean? Like, whoa, nice. Nice blush. It's very soft, very subtle. No makeup will really hide wrinkles since that's more of, like a divot. It'd be like painting a street that has a pothole in it and you expect the paint to like fill the pothole. So in that regard, one, skincare is how you heal wrinkles and how you hide wrinkles is skincare. So using products like the Unique Eye Cream is going to be really important, and also making sure you're using a primer. So as we talked about primer with foundation, I kind of give you guys the analogy of painting a wall. The first thing you do before you paint this wall is you put on a primer first. And the reason why you put on a primer on a wall is to fill in those like teeny tiny nicks and crannies and to give it your wall an evened appearance before painting it. So it's the same idea when it comes to primer and when it comes to foundation. So you want to use your mattifying face primer to fill in those little creaks and crannies and to give your skin a more evened finish before you go in with your paint, before you go in with your foundation. So I hope that helps, but I do have a recommendation that is very healing for wrinkles and fine lines. So just message me and I'll give you my skincare regimen for that. Okay, so now for highlight, we're going to do our Touch of the Mode Luminizer in the shade Pearly, and we're going to pop this on the the highest parts of our cheekbone and bridge and tip of the nose and Cupid's bow. I love this for just that luminized, glowy finish look. For taffeta foundation, you could use taffeta pressed powder, yes. No, it will not soak through the primer, no. Oh man, you're hitting me with the tough questions. If I had to choose between Surreal and Sisterly, both? Just kidding. Sisterly, I think. That's a really hard question. Does the makeup hide wrinkles? Oh, less is more. Less is more, yes. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do our brows. So I always like to comb my brows out with any kind of brush. And then we're going to go in with a brow sculpting pencil. We're going to use it in the shade Brown. And this is the brow pencil that has the argan oil, keratin, and biotin infused in it, as well as vitamin E. So this also is going to be not only helping your brow hair to grow, but it's also helping your brow hair to become fluffier and healthier. So if you have really sparse eyebrows, using these brow products is a really, really big game changer on getting your brows to look healthier overall. So now we're going to go in with the little brush it comes with. So I basically will outline my brows and then color them in vaguely with the pencil side, and then I'll use the brush side to really comb out and comb through that product, so you really don't need a ton of it. So in fact, this brow pencil is going to last you triple the amount of time that the previous formula lasted you. You are the same color as you were in the previous formula if you knew what color you are. I'm using the shade brown, but if you're not sure what color you are, just comment color match down below and I can give you a recommendation with all of your shades for all of the products so you know what you are. Okay, so now we're going to go in with the brush. Thank you. Yeah, the pictures from Catalina turned out so good. I'm actually going to do a whole recap on our trip with where we stayed, where we ate, all of the things. I even have a discount code for the hotel we stayed at. If you use the code RHEA, it gets you 15% off your room with Metropole Hotel in Catalina. But I'll give you guys all that info on my blog, which is rheahope.com. And then if you click lifestyle, that's where my blog post will be. But if you want to get the newsletter that will contain when I post that, make sure to subscribe. So if you go to Rhea Hope and scroll to the bottom of the website, that's where you're going to see where to subscribe. Thank you. All right, so for the brow pencil, you're going to get it right here, uniqueproducts.com/Rhea Hope, or you could go to rheahope.com and then click shop beauty. That's where you can get the brow pencil. And all the products that I've been using so far. Everything is from the same spot. All right, so now for hooded eyes. Hooded eyes can be really a challenge because I feel like it's super easy to make your eyes look smaller when you're using products. So what we're going to do is we're going to first start in with this. We're going to go in with the Precision pencil in the shade Pristine, that's a tongue twister, which is a white. And we're going to put this on the waterline, which is the little line behind your lashes. Whether you can do it with one hand or you have to do it with two, where you pull down your eye and you paint just like this. And then you're going to do the tops, which again, if you could do it with one hand, I kind of like blink onto it, or if you can't and you need to use your finger to help assist, that is fine too. So why we use a white liner, the white is going to reflect light, which is going to make your eyes actually look larger, despite eyeshadow. All right, and then we're going to go in with the pressed eyeshadow in the shade Astute. So this is one of my favorite colors. I use it all the time because it's just a very soft light brown. It's not overpowering for your eyes whatsoever. So we're going to take the shade Astute on the fluffy crease brush, and I'm going to apply this just like this. The brow pencil is amazing, especially for people with sparse eyebrows. Oh, I love that. I love reading your guys' positive reviews. It's so nice. How do you not cry? I have no idea. My eyes used to water all the time until I started using these products. So maybe because I was using just non-sensitive products, maybe. But I also don't really get as close when I do it this way with one hand. I feel like I don't get as close to when I use my other hand to pull back my eyelid and stuff. All right, so we're gonna use the shade Astute and we're gonna pop this into the crease and the brow bone. So I know with hooded eyes, you typically don't have a ton of room with that, and that's okay. You'll still kind of use the same idea of where that crease is and then up onto the brow bone. We're just basically using this color to be very soft and create a little bit of depth. And then once you've done that, then we're going to go in with our liquid eyeshadow in the shade Reverent. So I feel like this is the trick. This is the color. This is the color. So we're going to go in with the liquid eyeshadow in the shade Reverent, and I'm going to put this on my eyelid. Why I love this color for hooded eyes is because it doesn't crease, it doesn't smudge or move around, and it's very, very captivating. It makes you look at your eyes without it overpowering or making your eyes look smaller. It's almost like a pink champagne, like a rose champagne color. So it looks good with any outfit, with any lip color. It is if you're looking for the color to wear, this is it. I really love how versatile and how gorgeous this color looks on all eye colors and all skin tones. The liquid eyeshadows burn my eyelids for a few seconds, but they're so pretty. If that is happening to you, you can use the eye primer, which will help to create a buffer between your eyes. But that can be totally normal. It could just be your skin getting used to the new product. But if you have any redness or irritation, definitely return for your money back. Okay, so now same thing over here. Pop this on. And as you see, I just kind of like dot it around my eyelid. And then I'm going to take the cream brush and I will just kind of tap this on like this. Just like that. And then I'll take my fluffy crease brush and blend that out. Now with hooded eyes, it's going to be the exact same way that you apply it. Astute, a little bit of the liquid eyeshadow in the shade Reverent. That's it. And then what I'm going to do, and what I do recommend, especially for hooded eyes, is you're going to take your liquid eyeshadow in the shade Glassy and tap that on with your crease brush, and then tap this on to the inner eye. It not only changes up the eye look a little bit, but it's also going to draw that attention on the inner eye, which will help to make your eyes look bigger. So another super easy and very doable eyeshadow color. So Glassy is what we just used. Is a limited edition color, so if you haven't grabbed this yet, make sure you do. And if you're looking for more deals, definitely check out the Eye Essential Bundle. The Eye Essential Bundle comes with any liquid eyeshadow, any mascara, and a ton of other really awesome eye products. So make sure to check out the Eye Essential Bundle. So for me, if I was new and I was trying to build my makeup kit, I would get the September Special Plus and the Eye Essential Bundle. That's everything for your face and everything for your eyes. You essentially have a whole makeup kit, and you would spend, I'm really bad at math, $155 is the Flawless 4 Plus, and I believe the Eye Essential Bundle is $79. I believe. Plus you get free shipping. Okay, so now that we have our eye makeup done, now let's go ahead and do our lips, and then we'll set our face and do our lashes. So I'm going to go in first with the lip liner in the shade Pompous, which is a darker lip liner. We're going to do kind of like an ombre lip. But I love our lip liners because they're super creamy and smudge proof. And they're only $15. Thank you, $60, even less. Dang, that is one heck of a deal. $155 plus 65, 11, 21, $210. Did I do the math right? That's a ton of makeup for that. Good old public school. Okay. Lined our lips, looking so good. Aw, thanks, Alicia. Okay, so I like to kind of pop a little bit in the center because we're going to blend out. Okay, we're doing that just so it blends nicer. Okay, so now we're going to take the $2.15, thanks. Oh, it was only $5 off. All right, so now I'm going to go in with the lipstick in the shade Easy Street. And then we're going to blend this out. And now I'm going to take the lip gloss in the shade Luxe. Which is a really pretty nude. And I'll pop this on. This is actually one of my favorite lipstick combinations because I feel like the Pompous lip liner makes your lips look poutier because it creates depth on the outside. And then these two just look phenomenal together. It also kind of makes your lips look, or this lip look, instead of being nude, changes it into like a berry nude, which is really, really pretty. All right, so let's set our makeup now. Which is going to be very crucial on making your makeup look incredible all day long. It adds moisture into your foundation, helps your makeup to expand, looks super natural on your skin. So we're gonna go ahead and apply this all over. let it dry, and then we'll do our lashes, which is going to be a huge game changer. I feel like I always look a little funny before I put on my lashes. So first off, we're going to do the lash primer. And I use my lash primer very first because just like we use our primer on our face, it's a crime not to prime. So we're going to go from the base lash all the way up with the primer. I'm going to do something different today. So I'm going to show you guys step by step. See how much longer the lashes already look with the primer? Now, let's go in with the Twisted Mascara and base of the lash all the way up. I like to go in with the Twisted Mascara right after my primer because it really does kind of help to like make it when it's tacky. And you guys, these eye products are on sale in the Eye Essential Bundle. Heidi, it's probably just a dewy look for you. Make sure that you're setting your makeup with a pressed powder. Okay, so now Twisted Mascara all over. So this is the mascara that has the argan oil, keratin, and biotin infused in it as well. So it's actually going to help your lashes to grow while you're wearing it. Okay, so that was like one big coat of the Twisted. And then it has this teeny tiny little wand, which is so perfect for those harder to reach eyelashes. And I feel like it really fines tune the lash look. So I love going in with this afterwards. And then applying for the bottom lash line, it makes a big difference with this smaller wand. Okay. I swear this lash primer has helped like perma curl my lashes. All right, so that was just the lash primer and the Twisted Mascara. And then because I like drama in my lashes, I like to top it with a 4D on primarily just the outside section of my lashes. And there we have it. There's one eye. Look at that. Is that crazy or what? My lashes can literally touch my eyebrows. So good. No, I've never had a tint or a lift done to my lashes in the last 2 years. I had a lash lift 2 years ago. And to be honest, I wasn't a huge fan. It made putting makeup on extremely difficult. And it can be really, really damaging to your lashes as well. All right, so lash primer, Twisted Mascara. And again, these products are on sale in the Eye Essential Bundle. So you get everything on sale for your eyes in the Eye Essential Bundle. That's any mascara. I believe it comes with a primer as well, any liquid eyeshadow, and then I believe it comes with any eyeliner as well. So you get everything you need for your eyes, and then you have everything you need for your face on sale in the September special. Okay. Yeah, the lash lift are like a perm for your lashes, and it can make your lashes like straight up fall out if you do it too often. Same with like lash extensions. Lash extensions are gorgeous, but like as soon as you take them out, you take half your lashes with it. I forgot the bottom lash line. But there is always the Esteem Lash Serum if you are trying to grow your lashes back out. It's only $24. It's under lashes on my website. And it makes your lashes grow like weeds. So, so good. Okay. A lash lift is like a perm for your lashes. It makes your lashes like curl. Ah, there it is. Any mascara, any liquid eyeshadow, and any eyeliner for $60. So, Eye Essential Bundle and the September special. That's what I personally would do. And there we have it. So good. My goodness. Can't get over the lashes. All right, so let me know if you guys have any questions with color matching or how to use the products or anything. I'm here to help you. So just comment color match down below if you need any recommendations or any help. Feel free to save this to your wall by clicking that share button in your bottom left-hand corner. If you found this useful, I hope you'll tag a friend in the comments and let them know to watch it. And if you guys need any makeup or skincare or hair products or anything, feel free to shop on my website, which is rayahope.com. Be sure to check out the codes and partnerships tab to see all of my discount codes. And then make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future newsletters or blog posts like the one I'll be doing on our trip to Catalina. So I love you guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys over on Instagram next. Bye.